If you're sitting your SQA chemistry exam next week, then listen to this. Let's talk about the using knowledge of chemistry or open-ended questions. Now I know everyone hates them and they're really annoying, but they're actually a good opportunity for you to show off what you know about chemistry. The thing that makes these questions really difficult is that there's not one correct answer, which is something we're not used to in the sciences. And this actually makes them very difficult to mark as well from a marker's perspective. I'm going to give you 3 simple tips to help you maximise your marks in the open-ended questions. Tip number 1 is to try and pick at least 3 different things in relation to that question that you can discuss at length. By at length, I mean you could write at least a paragraph on it with a couple diagrams thrown in. Doing this allows you to show that you have a breadth of knowledge of the chemistry involved and that you also have a depth of the knowledge of the chemistry involved. Tip number 2 is to actually help you with showing the depth of your knowledge. The things that you can do to help you with showing a depth of knowledge would be giving any definitions for any terms that you use in your answer, drawing diagrams of any molecules that you mention. So for example, if you mention electronegativity, give the definition of electronegativity. If you mention collecting a gas that's produced in a reaction, draw a diagram of the apparatus you would use to collect that gas. If you're answering open-ended questions well, then you're probably going to end up feeling like you're over-explaining things, but that is a good thing, because that shows the marker that you know lots about the chemistry involved in the question. And the third tip is to regularly in your answer keep relating what you're saying back to the context of the question. So if the context of the question is a rates of reactions type experiment, then keep mentioning, monitoring or determining the rate of the reaction. Or if your question is about evaluating the efficiency of different fuels, then keep relating it back to evaluating how efficient the fuels are. And one bonus tip for those of you studying higher and advanced higher, make sure the chemistry you're talking about in your answer is at the level of chemistry that you've just studied. So for example, if you're doing higher and you get a question on the periodic table, try to avoid talking about anything you learned at Nat 5 in relation to the periodic table and just really think okay, what did I actually learn in relation to the periodic table this year? Because if you're not giving chemistry at the level of the exam you're sitting, then unfortunately you won't get credit for the information you're giving in your answer. So in summary, regurgitate your summary notes on 3 different things that relate to the context of the question and keep relating your answer back to the context of that question. Oh, and good luck. Bye.